What is going on YouTube? It is the real Kevin Ellis. I'm coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about 10 things about basic training. I'm going to talk about 5 things that I loved and 5 things that I hated. Some of these things I'm talking about again because in some of my previous videos I had some people kind of asking certain questions. So I want to just address some of those questions, and if you're about to ship off for basic training, I kind of want to give you something to kind of go with so you not know what to expect, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but just so you can kind of get an idea of the goods and the bads, you know? So you're not just like a deer in headlights. So anyways, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. This is number 2. I'm going to try to do 3 more Army related videos before I leave for deployment. And yeah, I need 50 more subscribers, guys. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So if you could hit that like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But let me jump right in to the video. I'm going to start with the 5 things that I really hated about basic training. The first thing, I wrote down carrying things. And what reminded me about this and what kind of prompted this video is I'm getting ready. Like I said, I'm leaving. I'm packing up all my stuff. And I'm carrying these heavy duffel bags. And boy, you're gonna get these duffel bags, and you're gonna have to carry these duffel bags from. Hang on, sorry about that. I had to get the oven. The timer was going off, and it wouldn't stop. Anyways, so yeah, carrying things. You're gonna have to carry these duffel bags from the bus to the barracks. From the barracks back, you get to AIT. You're gonna carry these duffel bags all the way to the room. When you leave AIT, when you come home, I mean. It's just frustrating. Just think like you got a bag full of groceries or a trunk full of groceries. You got to carry them all upstairs. But it's like that times 10. And that's just the duffel bags. There's a lot of other things you'll have to carry. And generally, it kind of sucks, you know. But you get through it. But yeah, I hated the carrying stuff. Number 2 is going to be running. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in my last video, but you are going to be expected to run everywhere. You're going to run to the latrine. You're going to run to the chow hall. You're going to run from the chow hall. You know, a lot of people know, or they think, you know, oh, I'm going to have to do push-ups. Yes, if you get in trouble, you'll have to do push-ups. But they also make you run. At least my basic training did. And by the way, I went to Fort Jackson, so I can only speak to Fort Jackson. I'm not really sure about the other ones. But for example, there might be a tree about 100 yards away. And the drill sergeants will say, hey, you guys go touch that tree and run back. And you're not expected to just run. You got to run fast. And if they think you're slacking, or, you know, you give up halfway, then you'll go again. Some of the worst punishments we've had, we call it smoking, or they call it corrective training or corrective action, whatever. Yeah, just run back and forth. They'll burn you out in an hour just running back and forth to the tree and back. So I hated the running. Number 3, water only is what I wrote, because you are not going to get to drink coffee. You're not going to get Red Bull, obviously no Starbucks. You don't get juice. You don't get soda. You don't even get unsweetened iced tea. Actually, I'm kind of lying. I guess in the DFAC you do get some juice at some points, but generally speaking, you're drinking water. And these are my things that I hated, but obviously they're not all bad. Like, it's beneficial to drink water and to learn how to drink water all the time. Number 4, this is a big one because a lot of people have commented and asked about phone calls. Do you get your phone? Now, I think that the standard is you get your phone once a week. I know it's changed. I know there's going to be a lot of old timers that came. They're going to come on my channel and say, oh, you guys are soft. I never got a phone. We didn't even have cell phones back then. I understand that, but in today's day and age, and I went through basic training last year, we did get our phones every weekend. Now, having our phones doesn't mean we were on Facebook and Instagram and Google and all the good stuff. You might have 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to call. I used to call my wife, say, hey, how you doing? I love you. I don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to let you know I'm doing all right. How are you? You know. Now, that was my unit. Some units at basic training, some battalions, they got their phones for a lot longer. I remember we sat there and watched another company get their phones for 2 hours, and we had it for 10 minutes. And it's still a privilege. So if somebody messes up, somebody gets caught with contraband, or they're doing the wrong things, drill sergeants are happy to take the phones away. So it's not a given, but generally, if you do everything right, you will get your phones once a week. And we weren't allowed to use headphones or do FaceTime, but we were able to make a phone call, which was nice. And believe me, those phone calls, that's something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Number 5, shaving. Now, I'm only going to speak for myself and maybe some of the, black, I was going to say BIPOC, but black. Some of the black guys are going to understand what I'm saying. If you can get waves easily, then your hair probably is curly naturally. And so what happens is you shave and the hair comes out and it curls back in. And you get all those nasty razor bumps, and you look crazy, and it itches, and it looks bad. So you're gonna have to suffer through that. There's certain things you can do, like you can get a shaving profile, and that basically the doctor says, yeah, you know what? This guy can't shave properly, so he doesn't have to shave. Now, I'm gonna tell you what a command sergeant major told me, because I wanted to get a shaving profile, and I thought, a lot of other guys have them. I want to get one. And he said to me, listen, I'm not going to give you the shaving profile because look around. Do you see any higher ups? Do you see any sergeant majors, any captains, you don't see anybody who's ranking high have shaving profiles. Basically what he was saying to me was, you got to figure out how to take care of your skin. And I struggled because, I grew up with the electric shaver and I never really shaved. I'll tell you what, I shave every day now, and it's, it's not perfect. I still get bumps here and there, but maybe I'll make a whole nother video on how to kind of go about that, because you got to wet it and shave it a certain way and then put on some, it's like aftershave, but I use something called Skin Tight. But yeah, so I don't want you guys to go into there thinking, oh, I should get a shaving profile. And I don't want to say it makes you look unprofessional, but it almost makes it look like you're taking the easy way out, because it is possible, no matter what kind of hair you have, to shave and get a clean shave. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I hated shaving in the beginning. And I'll tell you, I got 5 minutes, so I got to jump to the 5 things I like. I don't want to make this a real long video, but you got to shave every day. The drill sergeant will walk up to you and say, Ellis, did you shave this morning? No? Okay, go ahead and drop. Go ahead and run and touch the tree. Everybody go run and touch the tree because Kevin didn't shave or Ellis didn't shave. You know what I mean? But you'll get used to it. That's enough. I'm going to talk about that. I'll just leave it there. But if you guys have more questions about shaving or what I've been trying and what worked and what didn't work, feel free to hit the comments or check me on Instagram, which is Real Kevin Ellis. And I'm answering everybody always like I do. But yeah, let me get into the 5 things that I actually did like about basic training. So number 1, you get in shape. Now, I know you can't tell now, but I probably gained about 15 pounds since I left basic training. And, I've been staying home and I've been claiming the dad card. But I got to get back into the gym. I got to get back into it. But the good thing about basic training is if you didn't come from like a working out background, you didn't come from like a healthy diet, you're kind of forced into it. So you're going to come out the best you've ever been by default. Now, I know some guys who came into basic training jacked, and they actually lost some muscle mass, because we're not deadlifting in basic training. You're running, you're doing push-ups, you're doing ab work, you know what I mean? But yeah, I loved the fact that I was able to get in shape for free. Actually, I got paid to get in shape, right? Number 2, sleep discipline. Now, you can interpret that a couple different ways, but ultimately, for me, what that means is you learn to appreciate sleep, because, you're staying up all night. And yeah, they say you can go to bed at 2100, 9 p.m., but you also have to do your laundry. You also have to study for this. You have to do that. So by the time, and then God forbid you want to have a social life and talk to some guys and laugh about what happened earlier today. We used to sit in the bathroom for hours just talking and bull crapping, you know what I mean? And so when you finally hit the bed, you get a few good hours, and then 5 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, you got to wake up and go to work out or move some heavy things or whatever. So you almost become sleep deprived in no time. And I remember one time I think we were doing combatives, and I think I had like a little ankle sprain, so I was sitting out of combatives, and I was just sitting down for 5 minutes, and I just fell asleep. Drill sergeant was real nice that day. They came and said, Ellis, I didn't get in trouble, but you learn to just fall asleep anywhere. Sometimes I got the wife and baby. I could sleep on the floor. I could sleep in the car. I really learned to sleep anywhere and get quality sleep. And I can't really say that I had that before Army basic training. So number 2 would be sleep discipline, which kind of transitions into number 3, which is learn to wait. Now this is a benefit, and this is going to be a big picture benefit, because you probably are going to hear it and say, what the heck? I know you heard hurry up and wait. But when, after 8 or 10 weeks of standing in line, there's 100 guys and we all have to go see one of 2 people to do our medical paperwork, to get our CAC pen set, or to turn in our laundry, whatever, you get used to just waiting. And or sometimes you just have to stand in formation for an hour, 2 hours. You're just standing there. And so when you think about how much time you sit just doing nothing in basic training, the idea of going to the grocery store and waiting for the checkout seems comical. The DMV, I remember thinking, man, I'm never going to complain about going to the DMV again. Before basic training, you go to the DMV and it's just an ordeal. You sit down, you have your phone, you can go to the vending machine and get a snack. But somehow going to the DMV seemed like just such a headache and such a hassle, right? And you're going to get legal, you're going to go register your car, you're going to get a new ID, whatever, right? You're going to go on a flight, you got to get your passport. You're doing something that you need, but you're annoyed and you're frustrated and you're bored. And then you go to basic training and you wait for 2 hours for nothing. You wait for 2 hours for things that seem kind of trivial. So that's my number 3 biggest thing I appreciate from basic training. I came out, oh man, going to the grocery store, there's only one bagger. Oh well, you got your phone. You don't get your phone in basic training while you're waiting. Can't even take a sip of water sometimes, depending on the formation. If you're standing at attention, you better not grab no water. Maybe I'll make a video about what that's like, but man, you're standing at attention, a fly lands in your head, you're expected to stand there. You get an itch. You can't itch if you're in the position of attention. So I learned how to wait in basic training, and I appreciated that. And man, I wanted to make this a 10-minute video, so I'm gonna fly through these last 2. All right, already at 11 minutes. Friends, battle buddies, the camaraderie, whatever you want to say. That's number 4. It sucked, but you're with a bunch of people, and all battle buddies aren't created equal. Now, I always heard the idea of a battle buddy, and I always thought, man, I only get one person. Everybody gets paired up. It's me and my battle buddy. Me and my battle buddy. No. Everybody in Army basic training is your battle buddy. Even the drill sergeants, essentially, we're all wearing the same uniform, right? We're all battle buddies. But you're going to get some group of people, and I can't shout out my people enough. I had Parker, got married, changed her name, but it was Parker. I had Peters. I had Robinson, another Robinson. I had, what I mean? Like I had a lot of guys, Emrys, I don't know if you're subscribed, but I had a lot of people, and it just made things better. Like they say food tastes better when you eat it with people you love, right? I'm not saying I loved everybody in basic training, but people that you have an affinity for, we're all in this together. We got the same jokes. We're talking about, this, that, whatever, name 3 this, all the stuff that goes with the environment you're in. And when it comes down to eat food or clean your weapons, we got to go into detail, we got to go pick up brass and ammo, I'd rather go with the people that I already got that little relationship with. It makes it easy, it makes it kind of fun, you know what I mean? Even shoot, we're doing push-ups, and I look at my battle buddy and I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? It was fun. I really enjoyed that. Now, if it was an individual thing and it was just me in my head, it would probably suck a little bit, but I had people that I can open up to. I had people that helped me. Come on, Ellis, you got to push, whatever. So, and my last but not least favorite part about Army basic training is the reward. put down military. At the end of the day, and I can't speak for Air Force or Navy or the Marines, but becoming a U.S. Army soldier, yeah, I'm in the National Guard, but who cares? Like, we're wearing the same uniform, you know what I mean? When I got my, well, in basic training, you get a different patch, but when you can earn the title of soldier, it's so rewarding, you know? I talked about this in another video, but saluting the flag, just understanding a little bit of the culture, where we came from, what the Army's all about, the different jobs, you know, like, it's a big team. You know, I was never in a fraternity, but we got that, you know. You can go be a Freemason if you want, or you can join the Army, you know, and you get battle buddies. And I'm not saying, oh, the military discounts and blah, 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 but, you know, I put an American flag on the back of my car, and I feel proud about that, you know. So it wasn't all for nothing, you know what I mean? It sucked, but at the end of the day, I got to join the United States military. And for me, that's something to be proud of. So those are my 10 things I wanted to share today. I really appreciate you being here. Again, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions at all whatsoever, hit the comments or hit me up on Instagram, Real Kevin Ellis. Be happy to answer them. And I will see you guys in the next one.